Hi, Dana and Moshe. How are you today?
We're
Great,
great.
thank you. How are you?
I'm
Thank you.
fantastic. Thank you. I'm calling you for speaking to you from Toronto, Canada, where we have a large Jewish community. And the one thing that we love to watch are these Israeli series. I have to tell you, I just cannot wait until the next one comes. So, Moshe, let's just start with you because I wanted to know how the idea for Tehran came about and why you wanted to tell this story.
Well, the idea of Tehran came by Maor Cohen, who's the co-creator with Dana and me.
Mhm.
He sent Dana a mail about this show, but Maor is not a screenwriter, so Dana asked me to join, and together we wrote the Bible for the show. For me, I wanted to write about Iran for years.
Yeah.
Because it's always interesting me to to cross borders physically and mentally, and
Yeah.
to write about the one who's supposed to be my enemy, the one who's supposed to to kill me, to understand the narrative of the other tribe. So this was fascinating and exciting chance for me to do.
Yeah, Dana, I want to ask you about that because what I found so interesting about the series is I'm watching, aside from the characters, of course, but we're visiting a country here that, yes, of course, that right now is not on great terms with Israel, obviously, but once upon a time they did have a good
Yes,
relationship.
of
And
course.
so what I love about this is that we're finding out a different side. Tell me a little bit about that because it's all about humanity.
Yes, this show is all about humanity, and we really wanted to show the other side of Iran, outside of the politics, outside of the regime, the world of young people, of the culture, of the music, of the human beings who want to be free. And I think that we really tried to make an authentic glimpse into the Iranian culture, the current Iranian culture, and the current way of living today in Iran.
Yeah, absolutely. And Moshe, when you started to write this Bible for the show, did you have an actress in mind when you were writing? Because Neve, wow, she just knocks it out of the park. She's amazing.
Well, she was Liv is really amazing, and for us, Omri Shenar and I, we wrote together the show. We wanted a female to be our protagonist. It's such a male world, all those espionage, action thrillers,
Yeah.
shows, and I remember that us hesitating could fill the shoes of Tamara Binyan, and Dana came to us. She worked with Liv before, and she said Niv would do it. And I we did. Danny Sirkin, the director, he did quite a lot of audition, and it was obvious that Niv was the best. But just when the first we started to see rushes from that came from Athens, we were amazed by Niv's performance.
Yeah, Dana,
I, I,
yeah, I
I,
was going to ask you, yeah, talk about Neve because she's so fantastic in this.
I want to add, I knew from the very beginning because I worked with her on a previous series that I produced, and I
Yeah.
knew from the very first minute that Neve is going to star in this show because what's special about Neve is that she's tough, but she's also very soft.
Yeah.
And that's something that is difficult to find in actresses, you know? A lot of times the actress is tough and that's all you get out of her. Here you have a quality of a young Mossad agent. She can also be tough, but you can also identify with her as the girl next door. And
Right.
that's the quality we wanted to give to this character. And Neve is amazing in this part, and she's perfect.
Yeah, and she really, I mean, she studied Krav Maga. She learned Farsi for this role. That's crazy.
I tell you, I don't understand how she did that. She
Yeah,
studied Farsi for 4 months, and to act in a
yeah,
language that you don't know, that's amazing. It's
absolutely.
and she worked so hard, like a very good student with how do you say, with notebooks and everything. She was very, very meticulous on everything. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, amazing. Just Moshe, I'll wrap with you. My last question, as I was saying when I started the interview, here in North America, especially in my community, we live for these shows. We love them. We love the stuff that's coming out of Israel. When I found out about Tehran, I immediately called my relatives to see if they had watched it. Of course, they all had because it was out in Israel in June. All my friends from Israel have watched this. They love it. Want to know from you, why are we connecting with shows like this and Fauda and Shtisel and all of these fantastic Homeland? And oh my God, what is it? What do you guys have in the water there that we love your show so much?
Well, Benny, I will try. I will try to answer this question. I'm not sure that this is the right answer. You see, in Israel TV, the budgets are very low.
Yeah.
Of course, consider to the state, but also consider to Europe. So maybe we have to ask. I would ask writers have to deal really with the characters in a world, with their conflicts, with their relationship. We don't have money and the opportunity to do spectacular things. Maybe this is the answer or one of the answers.
Yeah. Well,
And maybe I can add to that
please.
I think that because we live in a zone of conflict,
Mm-hmm.
we can make conflict an entertainment show.
Yeah.
It's because all of these shows that you mentioned, they are dealing with really deep conflicts, but they are entertaining.
Absolutely.
So I think that's the secret. You watch something very, very emotional, but still it's not dark. It's not it's not documentary. It's entertainment.
Yeah. Well, I want to thank
one thing that I can just all of the shows dealing with something that you see on headlines in the news,
right?
But you don't really see the life of the people in the streets that are. So maybe this is another answer. Might be.
Well, keep them coming. Tehran is fantastic. I absolutely love the series, and I can't wait until I can get back on a plane and come back to Israel. I just miss it so much. But Toda Rabah for this, very very thankful. Thank you so much.
Toda.
Thank you. Bye bye.
Bye bye.